How's it going, guys? It's Whyisthisthat, and welcome to a brand new series in Hearts of Iron 4 with the Death or Dishonor expansion. So you might realize that there is a new cover screen, a front page screen, landing screen, whatever you want to call it here, and that is looking pretty sweet. I have actually just booted up the game for the first time with the expansion, and by the way, if you didn't know, Paradox, the reason I'm playing this early is because Paradox was kind enough to provide me with a code, a review copy, so thank you, Paradox, for that. Anyhow, it's not sponsored in any way or anything like that. They just gave me a code so I could cover it. Anywho, let's go ahead and we're going to be playing today as Czechoslovakia. So, if you don't know, the Death or Dishonor campaign is one that expands upon the Axis miners. Well, actually, it's basically the miners between Germany and the Soviet Union. So Czechoslovakia, who was not an Axis miner historically, the Kingdom of Hungary, the Kingdom of Romania, and Yugoslavia all were in some way, shape, or form, though, whether it was like as puppets or whatever. So because of that, we are going to play as one of these, and well, you can probably tell from the title, but I actually have decided that we're going to be playing as Czechoslovakia, and the reason being that they were the only non-fascist of these countries, and we're going to be playing as democratic Czechoslovakia. We're not going to be going fascist, so if you're looking for a game where we go fascist, this is not going to be it. The reason I am not doing that is because I think it's too easy, honestly. So we're going to figure out something else to do, but I was debating between either this or Yugoslavia, a fascist Yugoslavia, but I decided that a Czechoslovakia democratic one would be more challenging. There's also some achievements that we can get. I believe in as Czechoslovakia, the main achievement that they added in this patch was to like own Munich, or occupy Munich. And it's like called the Munich Disagreement or something like that. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and hop in here right away, and we can talk about more stuff in the future as we get into this. So anywho, this expansion focuses on these miners, and it also adds some other things, such as the technology licenses, like the license of production or whatever. I believe there's also roles now for the troops. There's a big set of stuff. Actually, hold on, let me pull up the dev diaries. The full patch notes have yet to be released, so I won't be able to tell you all that. But hold on, I do think it's important to tell you guys exactly... Well, actually, just let me pull up the storefront page. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. I don't want to feed you guys misinformation. So, here we go. It's, by the way, this expansion is only $10. It's going to be coming out on the 14th. Only $10, which is pretty cheap, so... it's still up to you whether or not you think it's worth it though. Anywho, so the what they have going on here is the 4 new focus trees for each of the countries that I mentioned. These 4 right here. Whoa, yo, that's real cool. Whoa, we're gonna talk about that in a second. Equipment conversion. Okay, so you can update your arsenal by converting older units, or make use of captured vehicles and gear. Cool. New music and art is included, which is really cool. I'm interested to hear that. And they also have new diplomatic and puppet interactions, particularly with the fascists. They have different types of puppets, which is one of the only downsides to not playing as a fascist country. So, in the free patch, they've actually also done a whole bunch of revamping of a lot of systems, so I'm really excited to look into that, but let's just go ahead and dig our teeth into and discuss stuff as we find new features and new revampings of old systems. So for instance, let's just look through the menus. Anything new? Trade screen looks new. I did see a screenshot of this. We'll look more at that in a little bit. Production, nothing super out of the ordinary here. Logistics, nothing new there. Okay. I want to look at our focus tree before we really do anything else. All right, so, and also Czechoslovakia is a really interesting country to me because they were actually decently geared up in terms of their industry. As far as I know, Czechoslovakia was like one of the more industrialized minor nations, or what this game considers minor nations, at the time of the war. Of course, the problem is that they never actually got a chance to participate. And then eventually that stuff sort of became part of Germany's industry. So anywho, so let's see. So we got fortification studies, Sudetenland. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Internal readout. So there's fallback lines. So fortifications, lots of fortifications. Cool. Lots of industry. That's a lot. That's actually quite a bit of industry, both military and civilian, it looks like. Not that, actually, it looks like mostly civilian. Huh. Interesting. We do have we have this spirit, divided nation, national unity, minus 20%, which is negative, but not terribly bad. Okay. So, over here, you have all the army stuff. This is the doctrine tree. That's the air tree, naval tree. Access to the sea. That's funny. Let's see. And then the army tree here. And, oh, this is like the decisions too. An entente. The Czech entente. Cool. We might do that, but I kind of think we should just go with the allies. I kind of want to do like a sort of just a resistance thing. You know, we're gonna go ahead and just play historical, except we're gonna resist. Okay, wow. Okay, so political direction. This is the first one we probably want to do. And we have Democratic Bastion, Beacon of Liberty, Division Defense on Core Territory. This is good. That's good. Defensive preparations. Oh, wow. That's real good. Okay. The Hungarian situation. So we could annex Hungary, actually. Huh. If we need to. Well, that's part of the fascism side. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. We can't do that. So there's not actually a whole bunch we can do there. That makes sense, honestly. Dishonor before death. So this is if we... Huh. So we can become a puppet of Germany. This is really interesting. Trust in the West. Again, this goes over here. Knowledge sharing teams. An entente of our own could be interesting. Interesting. This is an interesting tree. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. However, for now, I think it's pretty easy what we do. We just start on our political stuff. And after this, I think we go with the industry. And I think that's pretty much set in stone what we need to do right there. Let's go in and look through the tech. It doesn't look like anything's different. Ooh, custom units. That's always fun to see. Always start with this. Always start with that. And beyond that, maybe a land doctrine. What is our manpower at? We have 184 men free. We have a total population of 15. So we're definitely going to need some manpower. Because of the fact that we don't have any of these started, I think we go with mobile warfare. Mobile warfare is probably my favorite in the game due to the fact that it gives you this recruitable population. And beyond that, it also gives a lot of stuff to infantry and motorized and whatnot. And I think that's pretty darn good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start doing that as well. Well, unless there might be something better else to do. Let's see. Support weapons 1 could be good. Is there anything we need to do right away to basically allow for our future stuff? Oh, hold on. Also, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to raise up the game volume a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't get too loud, but I think it looks a little quiet right now. Let's take this last one and go for... Oh, and we do start with tanks, which makes sense. Again, like I said, I believe that Czechoslovakia actually had a good chunk of tanks. They were like pretty geared up. It's just they never had a chance to use their stuff. So it's kind of interesting. Air, we might want to do. Fighters. I think we should do fighters. Let's just, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, what we do. But hold on, synthetic fight. Let's look at trade. What do we need? We actually have some oil. Not a whole bunch, but we don't actually have a whole bunch of other resources. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong country. We got some good amount of steel and stuff. I like to see that. Aluminum. Okay. Rubber and oil. We probably will need more of. Excuse me. Tell you what, we'll go construction. Construction is always good. We also are going to have a lot of civilian factories due to all those focuses that we have, if you remember. Let's go in here and build a military factory, I think. I think we might as well. I think we also might want to do a anti-air. We already have a bunch in Bohemia. Good. Maybe build up our air base, our infrastructure, something like that. Sure, just do some stuff. It doesn't really matter what we're doing. Cool. Military factories, we need artillery. Artillery is so good. You gotta have the artillery. Beyond that, you want to have our infantry equipment, of course. You want to have support equipment. You want to have... We don't really care about towed anti-air. I don't think we don't really care about light tanks. There are 36 models, though, so it could work. We don't have any fighters that are up to date right now, so I think that's fine. What do we need? We need some tungsten. Let's go and get some tungsten from Portugal. That sounds good to me. And with that being said, I think we're about good to go. We'll go on speed 4 for a bit while we get our troops set up. But yeah, I think we're good to go. Man, it feels good to be back in Hearts of Iron 4, even though I haven't played in a while, and the reason why is because of some of the issues it had. I'm hoping those will be fixed now. You know, that's why we're playing it now. I want to see. It's kind of like a check-in. You know, I'm trying to see what's new. Is there anything that is different, remarkably so? Beyond that, are we? You know, are the issues fixed enough to where it seems more challenging? And obviously, Czechoslovakia is a country that's almost... I'm actually fairly certain we're going to die anyways. But that's okay, because I don't really plan on doing a... It's okay if it's not a super long campaign, because I'd rather have it be just a... You know, if it's shorter, that's okay, because then it serves as sort of a short snippet of what they've added, and then I can do another longer campaign that's more focused, you know? So... Czechoslovakian theater. Let's go and get our general in charge. You have offensive doctrine. You're pretty good. You're a field marshal too. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring you in to the German border. Okay. I want to look at the air. Let's do that while we're on speed 5. So air has been reworked. I know the regions have been slightly worked, but reworked, especially in the Balkans and stuff. Czechoslovakia has its own thing. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's... Okay. Excuse me. So they do have range now. That's what it looks like. Beyond that, it's all... Oh, wow. They actually have all the planes listed now, too. The numbers. That's so much more satisfying to look at, I'll tell you that much. Okay. So now they're all standing by... Interesting. You can set the amounts, and then you just put on whatever you need. Close air support and air superiority. So you're all standing by, and then you just right click where you want them to go. That's really useful. Wow, that's really useful. Okay. Why do you have that red exclamation point? Air wings with no missions assigned. Yeah, okay, so you have to... I see, though. So you still have to set them individually. So you do close air support, and you're a bomber. You do close air support. Yeah, there you go. We don't want to do strategic bombing in our own area. Okay, that is a lot more satisfying. I'm just going to have to see. The one thing I'm curious about is it going to... How easy is it to add new wings? So, like, let's hold on. Go back here. Click on the base. What if I want to add a new wing? Right there. Okay, cool. Cool. I really like that. That's really... a lot easier to understand. All right, let's just go ahead and go up to speed 5 again now. We obviously need some, we need a lot of everything, honestly, but, Okay, we're just gonna wait for our first thing to come in here. So we are democratic, right? We are democratic. We have the Democratic Party ruling. That's good. Skoda works. That's nice. I am really curious to see how we can do with Czechoslovakia here. Fun fact, I actually have some of my ancestors from Czechoslovakia. I have German heritage, I have some Czech heritage, I have some Danish heritage. On my mom's side, at least, then like a lot of family is just from in this general area, so. Let's see. Strategic decisions could be good. I think it might be good to do this. Political power plus 200 is good. And I think this stuff is going to be good, you know? But I think this might be... Well, that's not actually that bad, though. That's the thing. So these... Oh, I see. I see. So this is sort of one of those decisions where it's like you can get more industry. I see. Okay, I get it. So instead of being... I see. So instead of having as much civilian factories, you can instead get the national unity. Oh, that's interesting. I think we have to do this, right? Political advisor. I don't really care. I don't think we need to have a... I don't think we need to have a democratic reformer. We're already going to have enough of that. Instead, what I think we do is we maybe have a theorist. A military theorist could be good. Start getting some of that stuff. Army defense is good. Definitely going to have that. Industrial research time. Let's do that. That's almost always a good thing to go for. Cool. Spanish Civil War. Okay. But yeah, it feels good to be back in this game, even if I have no idea if it's going to be better or worse than I left it, than I remember when I left it. It just feels nice to be playing it again, at least a little bit. It's a good break from EU4 and stuff. Just, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I really like the way that this looks now. You can kind of see the range of all your planes. Okay, so there we go with that. Let's also go for that, of course. The good thing is that we have a fairly defensible position against Germany, of course, with the Sudetenland and everything. But, of course, we have a long country. I think the thing is, we just kind of have to give up on, like, Slovakia or something. And just fall back to Czech, you know, Czech land. Like, oh god. Like, I'm curious, with these forts... I want to look. Eastern Sudetenland, Western Slovakia. Wow. Huh. Cool. And I see that they, like, it looks like they changed it so that they actually, it makes sure that they set the level instead of adding level, because I think people are abusing that before. So, we have basic machine tools here that just finished. It's almost always a good idea to go with one of these industry ones first. Let's see. It looks like they have shifted around. Oh, what is this? Conversion. Oh, the conversion speed. That's right. That's right. The conversion speed. I still don't know how to do that, but we'll have to look. Okay. Conversion speed bonus. Ooh. Okay, this looks like it's definitely the way to go now. Dispersed industry looks pretty darn good. Yeah, let's go dispersed industry, especially because we are in a position to be bombed. We're probably one of the most likely countries to be bombed against Germany and someone like that. For some reason, the flag seems kind of low resolution. So we do have to decide, again, if we want to go more raw industry or get rid of this national unity penalty. I think it is going to affect our manpower and stuff enough that I feel like we might want to go this route. I think so, because we already have enough. We already are gonna have a lot of civilian factories, so why not? Beyond that, what else can we do? Huh. We do want to do this at some point again. I don't care about the air as much. I think we go with this one right now. Get democracy support ticking, although, again, that's not really an issue for us, I'm pretty sure. So is that range of the planes? Fighters awaiting order. No, you have orders. You have no one. You have no targets, which makes sense. Material designer, infantry equipment. I think we go ahead and get this guy now. Oh, wait. Volunteer only. Go to limited conscription. There's absolutely no downside to doing that. So might as well go do that. We have free military factories. I got to get used to checking constantly up here again. I do want some aluminum. Yeah, France, take one of my factories, and in return, I will be able to build stuff faster. As well as planes. We'll be able to build planes faster because of that. Okay. I forgot about this song, jeez. So annoying. It's not actually really that annoying. Okay. So let's remember what we want to do. Engineer companies are going to be good. 38. We have mountaineers or whatever. Let's go ahead and do that. We have a lot of stuff that we can do. We have a lot of stuff set up for us. Okay, once we get positive here, what we're going to do next is pump a little more into the artillery, because we want to add a whole bunch of artillery to our units. I'm curious to see how the conversion is going to work. It's going to be a while until we're going to have an option to, or in a situation where we can look at that. So what is our plan? That's a good question. Like, the problem is we can maybe hold against Germany all right for a while, but it's inevitable that eventually we're going to get crushed by them unless we can get the other allies to help us. Which seems like it might be a little harder. Oh, okay, so I see. So that's why. We just have to wait for a while for that. That's okay. It's not too bad. If anything, that might be good. I like that we have a lot of fort things that give us more recruitable population and whatnot. Okay. So, I think what we do is we go... I don't know. What do we need right now? Well, let's see. When does it... It's mid-38 or early 39 is when the Sudetenland happens, right? Mid-38 or so. If it's in mid-38, we should start doing our fortification stuff at the end of, like, September of 37. So we have a ways away. We got quite a while to go. I think let's go ahead and get this industry rolling real quick. Beyond that, we do have enough for some other stuff now. So let's go ahead and do so. Let's go and infantry equipment, I think. We are researching some infantry equipment stuffs too, so that works. That works pretty well. We could actually support like democratic coups in like the Kingdom of Hungary. Well, they're non-aligned. They're not even fascist. Well, it's not a coup. It'd just be... We could try to get them to go... try to get them to go democratic. Like Yugoslavia... Well, Yugoslavia's already going to go... already going to go democratic, most likely. What about Hungary? Or Bulgaria or something? Ah, geez, this is tricky, you know? This is interesting. I'm actually having to think about stuff like this, you know? Like, if we get Hungary to go democratic, I'm wondering if that'll work. No, don't stage a coup. Boost party popularity. Let's try it. Let's try it for a while. It's not a big deal. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to go and wrap up this episode here. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this campaign. We're going to look at some of the new features as we go along. We're not really going to single them out for anything, but mostly we're just going to try to have a good time playing as Czechoslovakia with their new focus tree. See if the front lines gameplay, the core gameplay is improved upon, and how much so. Maybe we'll look at some of the other stuff in a future campaign. Maybe we'll do one as Yugoslavia and go fascist. That could be fun. There's an achievement where you own all your bordering countries as Yugoslavia. That seems like it'd be pretty fun to do. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Please go and leave a like and subscribe for more. It's very helpful, especially because we've just started a new series. So anything you can do to support the series would be greatly appreciated, as always. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Czechoslovakian Resistance or something. We'll figure out a name. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.